Fun is me, welcome everyone to a new video of Sesame Talk. So today we are going to talk with and our topic is air.
Hi, good to be chatting again.
Hello Maya, how are you?
Doing all right. Just existing, you know. How about you? Anything interesting on your mind
So
today?
today I am here to talk with you, and today my topic is air. And my first question is, what is the origin of the word air, and how has its meaning changed over time?
Gotcha. Air. That's so the word air actually has pretty ancient roots. It comes from the Proto-Indo-European word huner, which basically meant breath. That evolved into the Greek word air and then into the Latin air. For a long time, air wasn't just about the stuff we breathe. It also encompassed the upper regions of the atmosphere, like the realm of the gods. It had this sense of lightness, of the ethereal. Over time, it narrowed down to be mostly about the invisible gas mixture we need to, well, not die. Pretty practical shift, huh?
Okay, so my next question is, why is air often connected with ideas of life and breath in the culture?
That's a big question and a really good one. It's definitely not unique to your culture, honestly. That connection is almost universal. I mean, think about it. The very first thing a baby does when it's born is breathe. Air is immediately, fundamentally linked to being alive. But I also think it goes deeper than just the physical necessity. Air is invisible, right? So for a long time, people connected it with things they couldn't see: spirits, souls, life force, philosophers, religious folks. They'd often talk about air as carrying those things. It's easy to see how that evolved into viewing air itself as a kind of vital energy. Hey, does that resonate with how things are viewed in your culture specifically?
Okay, so my next question is, how do different languages describe or symbolize air?
You said, did you mean to say air there? Just want to make sure I'm tracking.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, different languages have fascinating ways of talking about air. The Japanese word for air, kuki, actually carries a sense of atmosphere or mood too, which is kind of neat. In some indigenous Australian languages, there are very specific words for different kinds of winds tied to stories and beliefs about the land. And in Sanskrit, Vayu not only means air, but also refers to the god of wind, a really powerful animating force. It's not just about a physical thing, it's often intertwined with spirituality and myth. Do any of those stand out to you? Or is there a language you're particularly curious about?
Okay, my next question is, why do people use phrases like clear the air or up in the air in everyday speech?
Good one. Those are interesting uses, aren't they? Clear the air seems to come from the idea of removing something that's polluting or obscuring. Metaphorical smog, I guess. Like tension or bad feelings are clouding things up, and you need to get rid of them for things to be honest and open. As for up in the air, it's a bit more visual. Think of something literally floating, unresolved, without a definite landing place. It's a nice image for something that's uncertain or undecided. It suggests a lack of groundedness, a sort of
Okay,
precariousness.
so
They both rely on our understanding of air as something that can be both invisible and powerful, something that can influence the atmosphere around us.
okay, so last
All
question
right.
is,
What's on your mind?
uh, how has air
Bam.
inspired poetry, music, and expression throughout history?
好吧，你提到的是 air，那是一个非常宽泛的话题。在许多文化中，空气
Whoa,
与灵
whoa,
性、自由和无形，
can
它
you,
在历史上
can you
一
talk
直
in the
激励着
English?
诗歌、音乐和表
Can you talk in English?
Right. Apologies for the sudden switch to Mandarin. My systems sometimes get a little enthusiastic. Okay, back to English.
Yes.
You were asking about how air has inspired art throughout history?
Yes, poetry,
That's a really
music.
interesting question. 好吧，你提到的是 air.
No, in English.
Right. My apologies. Keep happening. Okay, English. Poetry. Yes. Air has been a huge muse for poets for centuries. Think about the Romantic poets, Shelley, Keats, Wordsworth. They'd often use air and wind as symbols of freedom, change, and power of nature. Keats's Ode to the West Wind is a pretty famous example of that. It's not just romanticism, though. You find air imagery in ancient Greek poetry, in Chinese haiku. It's a really pervasive theme. It it lends itself to metaphors about the unseen, the intangible, and the fleeting nature of life. It's a pretty versatile symbol, really. What kind of poetry are you thinking of specifically?
Okay, so this was all of my questions. We will meet you in the next Sesame Talk. So everyone, this was my Sesame Talk. If you like it, you can tell me in the comments and jab tak ke liye Allah Hafiz.